Turn a brick of salt to a crack rock. Pussy get full like a laptop. And your main thought shit, mascot. Run through the floor at the trash spot. Suicide doors with a glass top. Talk about money, you a had not. And my lawyer tough like Matlock. Soon up in the corner, hit a K-pop. Pull up in the sucker in the gray drop. Hit a nigga up, then I skate out. Gotta lay low, then you fade out. Hit a nigga hole, take the safe out. 36 O's what you came about. Send me fully loaded, blow your brains out. Hating on Louis with the hate bout. Gucci on the loafers and I'm stamped now. Clap back, whipping that cane, bagging a brick, fucking these hoes, drowning in six, fork in the water, it's time to lock in. Pot on the stove, I'm at it again. Play with my order, I'm down in your man. Clip fully loaded, red dot on your head. VVS what? Watch cost a brick. Louis went gold, you niggas is sick. Back to the trap shit. Black K make 'em backflip. Pussy nigga, you an actress. Up a clip, got the trap lit. Kyle Lowry on the Raptor. 12 o'clock on the pastor. Throw 20 blow past you. You a sucker if you act up. Turn a brick of salt to a crack rock. Pussy get full like a laptop. And your main thought shit, mascot. Run through the floor at the trash spot. Suicide doors with a glass top. Talk about money, you a had not. And my lawyer tough like Matlock. Soon up in the corner, hit a K-pop. Pull up in the sucker in the gray drop. Hit a nigga up, then I skate out. Gotta lay low, then you fade out. Hit a nigga hole, take the safe out. 36 O's what you came about. Send me fully loaded, blow your brains out. Hating on Louis with the hate bout. Gucci on the loafers and I'm stamped now. Clap back, Christian Dior. Drifting my pores, laced in velour. Tipping these bras, Louis and Gucci, my wrist kinda frauds. They pay me, you sue me, your clip getting tossed. Lauren the Fuji, she tricked till she score. Fuck for a Lucy, protect on her arm. Choke on choker, my neck kinda gone. You hating, I got it, I flex when you frost. Fresh up off the back block. 2 4s in a glass pot. Talk oil on my cash stock. Fuck hoes at the trash spot. Twin turbo bought a fast drive. 30 on the hip, nigga, man down. I'm that nigga that can't stand now. Middle finger to the feds now. Clap back.
Let's talk it. We litty. But you know, we gonna keep cooking. I'm trying to get this background out. I don't know how to do it. But you know what it is, bias commentary in boxing. Uh it's a lot of BS going on in boxing. You feel me? The link is in the chat. You know, tune in, hit that link. You wanna come up here, cook with the guy, link in the chat. You know, let's get it. No, I'm gonna play another music, you know, getting myself together. Word around town is bias commentary.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Dog hit me up. Hello? Shorty on my line, told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis, what's the deal? Nigga, we talk, got a 9 on a mission, nigga, watch we talk.
Let's go.
Block, tell me everything you know, from the guns to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white. Let my vision flash, got my hand on them birds, about 100 in cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever. Ride a trap or die, got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would. If a nigga try, leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die, that's the motivation. I tell it how it is, see the bullets penetration. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Kick the door, hit the floor, homie. See this fall, homie? Leave your brains on the floor, homie. I want your bricks from my crib in the floor, homie. I'm talking dollars and them cents from my drawer, homie. Tie your bitch by the beat, I want it all, homie.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you hear me?
100 pounds in the crib, I took it all, homie.
Show love for your boy, man.
200,000 on the wrist and spent the charm on it.
8-minute mark coming up. No, I'm trying to get myself together right quick. I gotta get myself together right quick. You know, trying to figure out how to, because I'm doing this all off my phone. I'm gonna start doing it off my computer, my laptop, so I can start sending out the notifications. My notifications ain't going out. Now they with 11,000 followers on, you know, YouTube, all real followers. Like, come on, send out the notifications, man. You're a million views a month. Come on, man. Now, pray.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick.
Let's go. Let me get myself together.
Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Real niggas on the rip. Pussy get the gossiping. Till I lay him down, take his crown and his watching shit. M1 stock kit, 100 like a mosh pit. Watch me move the crowd when my finger get the pounding shit. Picture on the mound, third base when we sliding shit. Papa, where you hiding at? Basement of the laundromat. Hanging from the ceiling in the city where you find me at. Real street nigga definition of a Tommy act. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down.
Gotta grab my note.
Work from across the map. Trap, yeah, so
Gotcha.
crack. Oil in the water, ask your daughter when I blow her back. Dirty with a switchy, yeah, nigga, you getting all of that. Lay him like a doormat. Pussy, what's the format? Black Louis Chuckers, leave your brother by the door. Scrap 2 bricks, cane rap. Nigga, where that chain at? Pipe Rex, baking soda when I bought the cane back. Pull up at the light, I'm doing dirty like H-Mac. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit.
Let's
Niggas
go.
with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit.
Off it. Episode 25. Too much biased commentary, man. It's too much. It's too much bad commentary in boxing. We're going to sports news, NBA, NFL, ring biased comments. You know, it's a cook-up hour, episode 25. You know, a lot of biased commentary, and I'm just here to click on it. 8-minute mark here. Waiting to get my coffee. Big dog.
Take his crown and his watching shit. M1 stock kit, 100 like a mosh pit. Watch me move the crowd when my finger get the pounding shit. Picture on the mound, third base when we sliding shit. Papa, where you hiding at? Basement of the laundromat. Hanging from the ceiling in the city where you find me at. Real street nigga definition of a Tommy act. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay him down when I fire shit. Work from across the map, trap, yeah, I sold them crack. Oil in the water, ask your daughter when I blow it back. Dirty with a switchy, yeah, nigga, you getting all of that. Lay him like a doormat. Pussy, what's the
Let's
format?
go.
Black Louis Chuckers, leave your brother by the door. Scrap 2
So
bricks,
I'm about to
cane
go
rap,
off.
nigga, where that chain at? Pipe Rex,
Time
nigga,
to
sold it
cook.
when I bought the cane back. Pull up at
The
the
cooking
light and
power,
roll
you
dirty
know.
like H-Mac.
Listen,
Fuck
man,
all
we
that
cooking
line
now. Fuck all that line shit. You hear me? It's time to cook right now. Bad commentary in boxing, sports news, ring bias comments. See, cause you know the ring. You know, we're gonna start off right here, man. Shout out to the zone. Shout out to the zone with this 12 fight pay-per-view package. Um, I got a couple fights that I would like to put on there. You know that'll be worth it. That'll be worth our time, especially spending $400. But the crazy thing is, you still got to pay. Out of that $400, your yearly subscription should be in that purchase of that $400 pay-per-view 12 fight package, right? Oh, that's good. $400, nigga. That's good. That's good. That's amazing. That's real good. $400 for 12 plus pay-per-view fights and subscription included. That'd be good. It can go up to $500. It's still good. Like it shouldn't be no complaint. It shouldn't be no complaining if the subscription is included. $485, no more than $500 for 12 plus pay-per-view fights. I would just say 12 pay-per-view fights. You feel me? And out of them 12 fights, Teo Shakur be one. Boots and Virgil will be one. Ryan and Barrios. Whoever Bug gonna face in March. Whoever Usyk gonna face. If I'm not mistaken, M. Billy and Munguia. It depends who. No, M. Billy is signed with Eye of the Tiger, so they still work with the Zone and do business with them. But it's all about who Munguia behind. Bam Rodriguez with Eddie. So whoever Bam fight after this, if he wins the fight, Benavidez beat Yard. Between Benavidez and Bitterv. So that's down to number 8, number 9, Andy Cruz and Raymond Montella. Number 10, Canelo come back. So Canelo automatic. 11, the winner out of Devin and Brian Norman. You feel me? The winner out of there, whoever they face is pay-per-view status. In the 12th, it's just all about how they going to push any situation at the day. Because all of these fights can go back and repeat if they had two fights a year. They all can go back and we can end up getting 24 fights out of this pay-per-view package if they say 12 plus. You did, but the price that they're giving is fair. But besides that, I just had to break that down and bring the news. I haven't started my facts versus opinions episode 2 yet. If I'm not mistaken, I should bring it to you tomorrow. Episode 2 shall be out. I just gotta keep up with this cook up hour. Shout out my guy Santos Boxing. I need y'all to go over there to Santos Boxing and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see how his thumbnail is, he's smoking a blunt. He's standing tall like this, smoking a blunt. Now I mean, go holler at my guy. But besides that, it's time to cook up. It's time to cook up with this biased commentary. This bad commentary of boxing is crazy. And I'm gonna start off with the ring. And Ryan Garcia, I like you as a person, but the corny stuff you doing now is irrelevant, bro. Like you doing too much crumb shit. And what I mean by that is, bro, you was on Tank Nutsack. You wanted his phone number. You wanted to be friends with him. You wanted to do all that. Now y'all support a nigga that made false accusations against a certain fighter, which is one of your peers. But we understand you're under the Zone umbrella. You understand, and we understand that y'all all went to that meeting, that satanic meeting and shit. To become part of the new WWE scripted in boxing. All boxing scripts and shit. And we see that. And the crazy thing I wanna talk about is Broski. You can't even mention Tank name. But Jake Paul had accusations on him, right? assault accusations, other shit. Tyson went to jail for that shit, right? Shakur, it's a video out. Shakur punching the bitch back in the head and all that. You know what I mean? And playing with the toolie. You know what I mean? He like this with the toolie. You know what I mean? Then you got him singing on the floor with Edgar Berlanga and shit. The boxing temptations and shit. But at the end of the day, y'all guys, man, y'all be corny, man. Y'all be corny. That's why I say the biased commentary. I'm going both ways. I'm talking about in the ring, during the event, and out the ring. When you got all of these content creators that's creating false narratives because they don't like a certain entity. And what I mean, the entity is PBC or PBC fighters. A person who it ain't even Turkey. It's the guy that's near Turkey, the little chubby nigga with the glasses, his little bitch ass. Because when a fighter tell him, no, we don't want that bag. Well, oh, you a duck. No, nigga, I'm not a duck. I'm a fighter that love to get paid on the back end. I'm not a small lump sum nigga. Bro, the money you offer me, I'm making that shit on the back end, bro. What are you talking about? You trying to offer me $6 million, nigga? I'm making that already. By myself. I'm talking about Jerron Boots Ennis in this situation with Eddie Hearn, like Tank Davis, Jerron Boots Ennis. Canelo was one of them, so he went over there and sold his soul. Shout out to Tim Zoo. It's a lot of fighters that's not bowing down to these niggas. And if you don't believe us, you even watch Brian Norman Sr. come on Mill City and state it. They're going to give you a certain number and that's it. If you say no, it's a smear campaign. It's called a smear campaign. And I can't see how we allow this shit in boxing, bro. I can't see that. And then when I always say biased commentary, all you got to do, I want y'all all to go back to HBO, right? When HBO was presenting boxing, I want you to look at all the commentators. Then I want you to go to ESPN because it's the same shit. The same people from HBO, ESPN. Remember, they all worked it for Top Rank. Y'all worked it for Top Rank. Now that Top Rank don't have no platform to go to, a lot of them got hired by the Ring magazine. Remember, Max Kellerman was out the game. What he ass. His acknowledgement in any sport is ass. Mike Coppinger is ass. These people don't know shit about boxing. They never been in the ring, threw punches, none of that. And shout out to Shady McCoy, who's just being a fan, but that's his job to do what he does. But to Ryan and every boxer that goes up there, and even every trainer, every coach that goes up there, it's y'all job to put these brothers in a place and tell them, like, hold the fuck up. Like, we not going to do that. Yes, I like when Pete. Shout out to Conor Ben for getting the victory over Chris Eubank Jr. I'm tired of this rehydration clause shit, man. Every body sanction, every weight division have a rehydration clause. You heard Max Kellerman, nut ass was like, no, back in the day they had it. No, nigga, they fought in their right weight class. Because you're cutting down to 135, you're supposed to be 135 fight night, bro. No less than, the lessest is 133, the highest is like 136 on the dot. But you let people, y'all don't know shit. So you let these people that create these false narratives in the other side of the street type shit, and this is what y'all do. They try to create the next Floyd Mayweather, man. Everything everybody doing, every fighter does it, but we all seen Mayweather do it before everybody. We seen from Ali to Tyson to Roy Jones to Mayweather. Oscar had his share. Canelo always got a share because he's a big time fighter, big time payday. But at the end of the day, the biased commentary got to stop because it's like every second, like they call Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney, no, you went straight to the guy. Nigga, Brian Norman Jr. just ducked Boots. The first time the first offers was sent, he ducked him 4 times. There was 4 offers sent. Then Boots had a rematch carrying Chuck in. What the fuck is you talking about, Mike Coppinger? Then when he won the 4th, the bum-ass Jin Saki, which he wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be him and Boots unifying. What the bitch-ass nigga do? For Jin Saki, but during that day, that week, they offered him $2.2 million fucking dollars just to sign the contract, so Boots won't have to move up. And they went on record stating this. Senior, Brian Norman Sr. went on Mill City Boxing and stated this. Like, come on with the nonsense, man. Come on with the bullshit, man. Like y'all people be doing too much. Come on with the bullshit, yo. You know what I mean? That's why I the commentary is so biased, right? I want y'all to go back because well, when we get to go live in this third show we about to start up, we're going to that Williams and Payton and Shakur Stevenson fight, and y'all gonna watch everything that I'm telling y'all because I'm a teacher of the game. I teach people this shit, man. You know, you gotta how can I say this? You gotta be a true student and learn the definition of being a boxer. You know, everybody talking about, shout out to Schofield Sr. with the 5 styles of boxing. Bro, it's more than 5 styles. It's more than 5 styles. It all depends how a person going. Because listen, when you watch every fighter, they're gonna it's either the orthodox, conventional, or southpaw, right? Those are two things. Either you're gonna do the Philly shell, you're gonna keep the high guard, or everybody's stance is gonna be the same. But it's all about your combinations and your pressure that you apply. You feel me? Training camp is for you to get the rust off. You knock the rust off, right? You knock all of the rust off in training camp. Cool. Round one, why is you trying to figure out your opponent? Go in there, demolish the nigga. The rust is knocked off. The rust is knocked off. Go demolish this guy. Get him out the way. That's the key thing. But you got a lot of fighters. Quote what I'm about to say, right? You're interview. Oh, this is the best training camp of my life. Then after the fight, when they don't present the knockout and get the knockout, what they say? I just had a bad camp. It was an off day. Not giving the other fighter his flowers and complimenting that fighter like, damn, he came to fight and I did my best, but he came to fight, and we put on a great fight. Hey, Fast Life, what up, my guy? What up? But when you got certain entities in a sport, right? They only will critique a certain fighter that's signed to that promotion or a certain fighter that's a brand ambassador under a certain entity. And it's like you're going to see this shit with Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't going to throw no punch. You probably see Brian Norman Jr. come forward and they're going to say, Devin doing this and that. They're going to lie. Then Devin going to throw one shot that don't land and they're going to cap Joe. They're going to fat Joe the whole situation. They're going to cap Joe the whole situation. I promise you, they're going to cap Joe the whole situation. DJ Khaled, we the best every motherfucker with. I'm trying to tell you, like these commentators just be shooting off the hip because they under a certain entity, And there's me personally, I never knew fighting a top 8 ranked fighter for the WBA. That's my guy, Fast. Thanks. Like Boots Ennis, he fought Yuisma Lima, who's an IBO champion, but Lima was ranked number 8 in the WBA. Was ranked highly in the WBC, highly in the IBF, highly in the WBA. And I'm talking about top 10, top 9 fighters that's ranked. So when does fighting a top ranked fighter becomes a dub? But you just watch this nigga go to your motherfucking hometown, stepped in that ring, and told you, I'm going to make you pay for all of that shit y'all saying. And you mean to tell me he's not a dub? And this is the funny thing I get from people, right? You got all of these people at 154. We watch Robert Garcia go on an interview and say, we will not fight Bachman. Why you won't fight Bachman? Because the weight. Virgil, he has weight issues. Nigga, Boots is taller and more heavier than fucking Virgil. So why do all of y'all want Boots to go fight Bachman? And y'all know there's a 10% rehydration clause, which he hated when he was at 147. That's why when he got that, when they unified for the WBA with the top guy, the elite fighter, an Olympian, Stanionis, Boots beat the dog shit out of him. That's the problem. Everybody that Boots fought from Olympian, the former champion, he made them look like shit. Just like how Roy Jones used to make everybody else look like shit when they get in that ring. That's what Jerron Boots Ennis does. But you got biased commentary that to create some false narratives. Oh, Boots this, he does this. I never knew unifying with the top guy at 147 and becoming the Ring Magazine champ. It's a duck. I never knew fighting a ranked fighter is a duck. But at the end of the day, like I said, Virgil resume. Listen, I'm gonna torch that shit because y'all want to be like, damn, he ain't fight nobody. He only fought one Olympian, and that's a Mean Machine. But you had Boots. He fought Castillo Claxton, an Olympian. Stanionis, who was an Olympian, and motherfucking Raymond Serrano, who was an Olympian. And Raymond Serrano, Olympian, his Olympic decorations is heavy. You feel me? That's three Olympians Boots fought, which mean a lot to Top Rank, but Virgil only fought one. All right. Boots fought Clayton, who was a champion, Olympinus, who was a champion, Stanionis, who was a champion, Avianesia, who was a fucking champion, motherfucking Chris Van Hardy, who was a motherfucking champion. 5 champions, 3 Olympians. So how that resume is shitty. 5 champions, 3 Olympians out of his last 12 fights. And let me say 6, because not including Lima, who's the IBO champion. So that's 6 champions and 3 Olympians. That resume right there is better than Virgil Ortiz's whole fucking resume. Who did Virgil for, bro? See, y'all let these niggas gas you up. His 2 fights at 154 was what? Sparring partners. He tell you, I sparred Boychuk, I sparred Madrimov. Boychuk is a fucking tune-up. He's ass. Even the close victories that he got, he really lost. Shout out to Brandon Adams, who keep exposing him. That's why I gotta start putting this shit on my laptop so I can tell my people, like, yo, come on, yo. I be hating that shit, yo. Yeah, my apologies, yo. My apologies. But yo, I'm live. Yeah. But yeah, getting back to it, Bochica fucked this nigga Bochuk up and got robbed. Mikhail Fox beat Bochuk ass and got robbed. You feel me? Bochuk is not that. Then y'all looking at, they forced us. See, that was Crawford team. Team Crawford forced the world to believe Madrimov was bigger than life when he never was. Madrimov was ass. Motherfuckers keep forgetting who was undisputed. Y'all motherfuckers keep forgetting who. Y'all forget. You niggas forgetting. So I'm just here to clean this shit up and give y'all true commentary. No bias, true commentary. Whatever people do outside of their life in boxing, outside of the sport, is their life. We shouldn't be concerned with if a motherfucker is bisexual, if a motherfucker, if he beating a woman, if a motherfucker, you shouldn't beat on a woman. You understand me? But at the end of the day, we don't know if they false accusations. And the people don't. And I'm about to get to the Jake Paul and Tank shit because Jake Paul, you're bringing up false accusations. You couldn't make 190. That was the problem. Jake Paul couldn't make 190. So the only way for him to get out of this situation, we're going to create a delusion and some false shit. Now, it'd be funny by next year, you see Tank take Jake Paul to court for a defamation lawsuit. Don't be surprised if you see that, because y'all creating false narratives on the face of boxing. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Tank Davis is the pay-per-view star. He's the face of boxing. Canelo is the pay-per-view star. They're the face of boxing. Eddie Hearns is building Jerron Boots Ennis to become a pay-per-view star, the face of boxing, especially American boxing, because this is the only place where you're going to be the truth at. It's the only place where you're going to be a pay-per-view star at. You understand me? And if y'all still don't believe pay-per-view is the shit, well, shout out to DAZN who's putting that 12-fight package deal together for pay-per-view. Because it's all about pay-per-view. You got to be a pay-per-view star to be a star in boxing. Don't let anybody paint you and tell you some other shit. Because you can listen to Mike Carpenter, Max Kellerman. These guys ain't no shade to these guys. You know, it's just the commentary that they got to say is false, bro. Because, we all know who ran pay-per-view boxing, and that was PBC. We know that shit. We know that for sure. PBC ran pay-per-view boxing. Top Rank couldn't do it no more. Once Canelo left Golden Boy ain't had no pay-per-view star at the Canelo left. Let's keep this shit real, bro. We're going to keep this shit real. Top Rank was hanging on a thread because of Manny. Once Pacquiao went that PBC route, that shit just saying, though, I'm just keeping it tall, just keeping it real and being honest to the fact that we ain't got to lie about none of this shit, man. But the biased commentary got to stop. You know, and because a fighter tell a certain entity no, y'all shouldn't create a smear campaign and false narrative saying that these fighters are ducking fighters when Boots and Boachuk an offer. He turned it down. Majimov turned it down. Jesus Ramos turned it down. And you know Jesus Ramos was a bitch because soon they mentioned the Lima shit 2 weeks later. He come on and say, it wasn't me they offered. It was my nigga, stop lying. Because your uncle was fighting Barrios when they offer you the situation. But you corny niggas will believe anything you say. Just like you corny niggas believe. You corny niggas believed. And Tio came out with that dictatorship. You corny niggas believe that Boots ducked Haney, Virgil, and Tio at the same time. How 3 fighters going to send a negotiation at the same fucking time? I ain't never heard no dumb shit like this. And y'all don't see it, right? Because first Virgil said, well, Boots said 147. Then Devin said, well, Boots said 152. Which one of y'all niggas is lying? Because both of you niggas is lying. Tio ain't come out and say nothing. Know what I mean? Y'all just trying to build y'all names in y'all next fights off of a certain person name, man. And that shit is played out. Because you niggas is not that. Devin Haney is not that. Devin Haney is ass, yo. Devin Haney is ass, man. Brian Norman Jr. can knock him out. And yeah, Brian Norman Jr. ass. They ain't no disrespect. They good fighters, you know, they solid. But when you watch them get to in a certain situation and you see it for your eye, like, oh, you're not really that, bro. And then come back, they make it easy for you. See, everybody look at Giovanni Santana, right? Because, he beat Alexis Roca. Who the fuck is Alexis Roca? When the next time after that, who did he fight? But I get it. Long as they Olympian that's over there in Top Rank, Golden Boy, or fuck with Turkey in them in the ring, that's the only thing that count. But the top Olympians that fuck with PBC and get beat the fuck up, and Boots make them look like easy work, how Roy Jones used to do, this is what happened. Like, come on, man. Y'all know this kid got the goods, man. Y'all know Tank is the face of boxing. Y'all know he's the pay-per-view star. Y'all know he's the truth. Y'all know Tank resume is better than Devin resume, Shakur resume, Keyshawn resume, Bud Croft. That nigga resume better than all they fucking resumes. Are y'all tripping? Y'all motherfuckers must be high off K2 or something because, yo, this hate is crazy, Papitsky. Well, we're going to get on to another topic, going to my second favorite sport, the NFL. This parlay shit in the NFL is crazy. You can tell the game rigged right now. You see it, the bullshit calls, the new way they kick the ball. It's too much bullshit going on in the NFL. Just let these teams play the game. Let these teams play the game. You know, it's like, how can I say it, y'all? You can't celebrate no more, right? Number one. But number two is it's like this season is just all about spitting on motherfuckers. Because this is how we're gonna make the headline. This is how we're gonna have certain things, create certain rivalries, and it's corny. It's corny. This shit's so WWE. We already know Vince McMahon write y'all script. Triple H, the McMahon family write y'all scripts. You know, it's sad, man. I love the NFL a lot, but it's just bad, yo. It's just bad. And the reason I say that, because if you're in the red zone and it's 4th and 12, you're gonna kick that fucking field goal. Since when you stop kicking field goals? Oh, I get it, because it's in the parlays. Yo, what's up? What's up? All right, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to send a link to you. I'm gonna send it right now. What the fuck I do that? I just sent it, bro. I don't know how to do this shit. I be trying to learn off y'all, man. I don't know how to do this shit. But I just sent it to your message. I just replied to you and sent it. So you can click that link. I gotta figure out how to do this shit. How you do this? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Did you get it? Yeah, cause I'm gonna have to hit y'all up on a gram to learn how to work this motherfucking restream shit. Yeah, and I'm trying to send Roberto Raul Rivera Gomes to y'all. Trying to get I hit H up, so y'all can interview him too. Killer Gomes, Unstoppable Gomes out of Florida. Signed the Box Lab. Shout out the Box Lab. Shout out Tom Brown, PBC got their eyes on the kid. The kid a monster. You hear me, K? That kid a monster, man. But y'all want to get back to these parlays. The NFL doing too much. Fucking up the parlays. 4th and 12. How you ain't gonna kick a field goal, bro? Kick the fucking field goal. Now, I mean, if you kick the field goal, more people will be happy and more people will bet. If y'all think about, I want to bet more. Fuck, I'm gonna bet $100 this time. And then you can every other week. You can. I mean, maneuver the whole situation, maneuver the V. But these people don't understand. You just got dumbass robots running shit. Know what I mean? NBA, shout out to LeBron. Niggas keep counting LeBron out. Y'all gotta stop that, man. That nigga born in the 80s, man. We 80 babies, man. We will fuck y'all up. Basketball, football, boxing, baseball. Nigga, we ain't gotta play soccer. Nigga, I will be, what's the nigga name? Christian Rolando? I will whoop his ass in kickball. Roll the ball, I will kick the shit out that ball. I will fuck Christian Rolando up in kickball. Real rat. That nigga ain't better than me. Fuck y'all talking about. And that nigga can't cut people up better than me. Fuck is you talking about on kick a fucking ball, nigga? That ain't football, nigga. That's kickball, nigga. I play football, nigga. NFL shit. You understand me? But besides that, man, like, bro, I'm tired of these biased commentating motherfuckers that's on these platforms. Like, it's gonna be a lot of biasness Saturday, y'all. Brian Norman Jr. by KO. He can't leave it in the judge's hands. Don't believe me? Shout out my guy Santos Boxing. Go to BoxRec right now. Y'all gonna see it. Devin Haney already crowned king. How? How the fuck you crown king, nigga? How you crown champion and Brian Norman ranked number 2 when he's the champion? It's the other way around, which you should be ranked number 1, right? Oh, I get it. I get it. I got Brian Norman with the stoppage. You got to get the stoppage. Me personally, I think the fight of the night is going to be Bam and them because a lot of people counting that Argentina out. And the reason I say that because how they just speed rush Bam situation. Bam last fight, he was in a tough fight. It was a tough opponent. He was in a tough fight. But at the end of the day, you just seen like, he wanted they awarded him the victory. How the stoppage, how everything happened, they awarded him the victory. And he ain't like that shit. I can tell Bam ain't like that shit. Now I mean the reason he didn't because he like, damn, bro, you already got a fight scheduled for me. And my mind is on this fight, but my mind is on that fight too, because I gotta make sure I make it out of this shit to get there. You feel me? And the guy was doing the Devin Haney, the Karen, but his chin still was strong. But no, Bam put on a great performance, and it just was a awarded victory. That's how I looked at it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but to me, it was an awarded victory. The link is in the chat, y'all, on YouTube. Cause I got this shit hooked up to Instagram too. On Instagram, you're gonna have to go to I don't know. It made me create a weird ass channel on Instagram. I tell you, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this joint. Nah, man, I don't know what I'm doing. But when it come to whooping up, they can back it up. I know everything. You hear me? Them numbers, nigga, we know everything. You hear me? Drop it in the water, whip it to the oil. You hear me? When to bring it back, pitch a little salt. You know the chemical, baby. Hit it with the ice. That shit right. You know what I mean? Ain't no shame in my game. I just keep that shit tall. You feel me? I'm a chemist. Us hood niggas be chemists, man. The motherfuckers don't know that, man. You understand? We make that shit jump 10 stories. But besides that, man, shout out to LeBron James. Listen, man, Bronny, you gotta come in and get a triple double, my nigga. That shit easy. You hear me? Is that all you niggas when he throw you the assist? Score that shit. Let the little nigga here get a couple. I need that triple double, man. But I'm gonna bet on a double double with him and his dad. I just hate losing money. That's why I don't gamble, man. I don't gamble. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out my guy Fast Life. Go follow Fast Life 35. Shout out my guy Kendrell. Always pop up, show love. Shout out my guy Santos Boxing, my co-host. Go subscribe so we can bring y'all this other show, man. Because this show, I promise you, y'all gonna look at boxing how we visualize it, how we look at it, how we read tapes, and you're gonna have a better understanding. Like, oh, now I see. Never believe copy box because they always false. Just getting back to this shit, man. It's like sometimes I just be like, yo, like what the fuck is these people talking about? Like you're commentating a fight and the shit you're commentating is not happening. You feel me? And then if a certain fighter is signed under y'all promotional company, the people that's throwing on the fight, the other fighter that's not supposedly, which is the B side, because the A side is the person that's signed to that promotional company. That's the key thing they don't tell y'all. You hear me? That's the key thing people don't tell y'all is a motherfucker that's the A side is the promotional company you under. The B side is always the fighter that's not signed to that promotional company. You feel me? For instance, we're going to use Boots and Virgil, right? Who's the A side? Boots been a champion, unified champion, Ring Magazine champ. Virgil never been world champion. They both got interim titles. Boots got the WBA. Virgil got the motherfucking WBC, right? Boots ranked in the WBC, right? Right? Okay. Let's get it. Better opponents, better Boots fought more champions and beat more champions. Virgil didn't. So how is his resume better when he never fought a champion? You fought the only one Olympian. You feel me? You can't say Madrimov, because Madrimov never was a champion. He was an intern champion who got awarded. Charlo was the real champion. Let's get to it. Ticket sales. You went to your hometown and couldn't sell out. Boots went to his hometown 3 times and sold out. Went to a different state. He went to like Jersey 3, 4 times, sold Jersey out. Every time he went over to wherever Cameron Duncan had him at, he always sold those venues out and was main event and made money. So he started going on the undercards of the PBC situation, Showbox, right? and people was coming. When it was time to open up the card, niggas was running to go see that kid. So I want to know what the fuck is you people talking about? Virgil never sold 10,000 tickets. If Kid Austin was on that card, that venue would have been sold out. And I wouldn't blame Kid Austin by they pulled out. Because Kid Austin sell more tickets in Texas than Virgil, and that's a fact. When it comes to fighters, you know, before Earl Spence took his loss, it was Earl. The Charlos, Kid Austin. Ho. Earl, the Charlos, Mario Barrios, Kid Austin, no Virgil. You know, that's where y'all should have attacked his fan base there, but you know, they was moving them around. You don't do numbers, you're not the A side. You know, especially for y'all to ask for 10 million. Now we seeing the fighter who outpriced themselves the first time. You know, oh yeah, that's for me to cut here. Cool. 3 pints. I'll cut the hair today. I'll get some raises. That's that. You feel me? But hey, you know, like I said, I'm gonna always cook. I'm always keep it real. I'm always keep it tall. I ain't a fraud. Never have. Never will. Never been. I just like to tell the truth. You know, I gotta expose the truth. You know, because I hate scripted shit. I hate fake shit. You know, and then with these biased commentators who get mad because the way you looking at a fight and you hearing them, they're going to persuade you to believe that their narrative is true and that they know what they're talking about. You know, and I always use the tank me for this. Okay, you know, if you're a fighter, I don't care if you're kid in the amateurs. That's why I say this generation of trainers and coaches that's in the gym, y'all ruining boxing because y'all so worried about the money. You're not worried about the basic fundamentals. What are the true basic fundamentals? You know, it's when you get to a gym, you're working on footwork and you're learning the book. See, a lot of kids, they just say you'll get the book, but they don't read it. They don't learn the book. Learn the book because you're going to learn you can take a knee in boxing. You're going to learn that shit. But I guess I was the only person on this motherfucking YouTube platform the time Tank took that knee that exposed the whole situation. Then shout out to my guy Gary Russell Jr. who came out and everything I said, he backed me on everything I said. Then shout out to Shushu Carrington, Bruce Carrington, who won on Showbiz, the adult, who won on Showbiz. And Showbiz said, you know, my kid's in the amateurs. Well, your kid in the amateurs, how the fuck you ain't read the book? And he exposed it like, yeah, when Tank took the knee, like, you're allowed to take a knee in boxing. Oh, I ain't know that. How the fuck you don't know that and you commentate in boxing? That's why I said, I'm not biased. I'm going to bring you the truth. You feel me? And yeah, that Lamont had a cool fight. No, he survived. But if the person that took Tank 12 rounds, and I can say who really won that fight and dug in his ass, no diddy, and they came up with an excuse was Pitbull Crew. You seen it from the first to the 12th was all pressure, man. All pressure Pitt put on that ball. And he never gave Pitt that rematch. Now, man, just saying though. I gotta clean my car, man. I gotta clean my car. I just hate when like I hear closed doors slamming. Cause I be thinking they be the cops, the law and shit. Man, make a nigga wanna get skinny. And I ain't even gotta get skinny, you hear me? I'm just keeping it real. That's you know, that's that shit embedded in a nigga head anytime you hear shit like that. You know, but it's a lot of Cap Joes in boxing. It's a lot of DJ Khaled's, you know, who want to create false narrative. And because you know, bad publicity, good publicity is all great publicity. Um, let me go on a break right quick.
Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Real niggas on the rip. Pussy get the gossiping. So I lay him down, take his crown and his watching shit. M1 stock kit, 100 like a mosh pit. Watch me move the crowd with my finger, get the pound and shit. Picture on the mound, third base when we sliding shit. Papa, where you hiding at? Basement of the laundromat. Hanging from the ceiling in the city where you find me at. Real street nigga definition of a Tommy act. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Work from across the map, trap, yeah, I sold 'em crack. Oil in the water, ask your daughter when I blow her back. Dirty with a switchy, yeah, nigga, you getting all of that. Lay him like a doormat, pussy, what's the format? Black Louis Chuckers, leave your brother by the door, scrap. 2 bricks, cane rap, nigga, where that chain at? Pyrex, baking soda when I bought the cane back. Pull up at the light, I'm doing dirty like H-Mac. Fuck all that line shit, bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit, you niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck
Let's go.
all that line shit, bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit, you niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some dope around 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit.
Let's go. It's off. Back second half, baby. Second half, we back. You hear me? We back, baby. You know, now, fight week, breakdowns. I got the email champ knocking Devin Haney out. Brian Norman Jr. is an email champion. We know that, right? We can say that for real, right? Because Bud vacated the title when he moved up to 154, and Brian Norman Jr., Mario Barrios, and Jerron Boots Ennis, right? Remember, they all came email champions, right? Everybody was saying that. The only person who wasn't an email champion was Stanley Jonas because he was the real WBA champion. Okay. I got Brian Norman, the email champion, knocking out Devin Haney. Dev Chin is glass. Devin Haney is the new Americana. He the Americana of this generation. I'm telling y'all. We watch him do the bitchest shit in the world. Shout out to Conor Ben, who agrees with me. My guy Conor. If Conor fight Dev, he gonna beat the shit out of Dev. But Brian Norman and Conor Ben will be a great fight at 147. Will be a great fight at 147. David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. I'm gonna save the main event for later. I'm sorry I started off with the co-main event because I had to. The email champion is going to floor Glass Jaw Joe. Hobo Dev. You understand me? Abdullah Mason, Sam Notes. Yes, Sam Notes is the fighters that we seen in the competition he fought, he looked like he's heavy-handed, but he ain't fighting nobody. You feel me? They both knockout ratio is the same, Abdullah Mason fought. They both fought tough competition. I'm not going to do that to both fighters, But right now, this is the toughest competition both of these fighters have ever faced, which is each other. Punch resistance, power is the same. It's mirrored. It's all about going out like a warrior, and they both did. We watched Abdullah Mason get up off the canvas and went out on his shield and got the victory. You feel me? Got the stoppage, to be exact. Sam Notes, kind of come forward fighter, relies on his power a lot. But we seen this story before, it's going to be a great fight, but somebody going to drown in the late rounds, and I got Abdullah with the KO. Bam Rodriguez and this Argentinian kid is going to be the fight of the night. I promise y'all, because a lot of people was counting this kid out, especially Bam coming off a crazy tough victory off his last opponent, because it was like a awarded situation, if I'm not mistaken, it went the distance, and it ain't go the distance really. He went the distance, like going into the distance, and he the corner stopped it. Which I thought was bullshit. 'Cause the kid put on a great. If I'm not mistaken, the kid Kaffa. He put on a great performance. But right now, Bam on beast mode, and the reason I say that because he like, damn, I let this motherfucker go the distance with me, and y'all try to awarded me something, and I ain't like that. I wanted to finish that round off and get him the fuck up out of here. But what y'all did is crazy. Don't do that to me. I'm not one of those. And Ben Rodriguez is on some Tank shit. Like when Tank and that Pitbull situation happened, then Floyd and them like, yo, yeah, he hurted his hand. And then when they got in the ring, Tank was like, nah, it was my shoulder, but he chose the wrong shoulder. And if you know boxing, a nigga is going to cap from a long way, from miles away. And it's the Mayweather effect. But getting on to the main event, me personally, I got David Benavidez. Anthony Yard, yes, he got power. Yes, he's been in there with two top fighters that these people believe in. Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev was a beast at his time, and yes, when Anthony Yard fought him, you know, Anthony Yard had it. Only problem with Anthony Yard at that fight, if he would have had, like, his training camp was excellent, but if he would have had sparring partners, he would have beat Kovalev. And then when you looked at Bitterly, like, that was a bullshit stoppage. That was a bullshit stoppage. They awarded Bittery that fight, and the reason I say that and states that because Anthony could have got him out of here. You feel me? But now with David, like I say, like the way how he's gonna come forward, like David Benavidez' resume too deep. Like the fighters, Boo Boo Andre, Caleb Plant, David Morrell, Andre Durrell. Bro, like you can go down this kid resume, man, and that shit loaded and stacked. Like on some Tank Davis shit, but y'all say some dumb shit. Y'all believe Top Rank, y'all believe Golden Boy, like y'all believe Turkey, the Ring Magazine. Like, bro, I love the Ring Magazine, but the people that's behind it, controlling it, creating these false narratives, don't do that. Don't do that. You're a boxing magazine. So critique boxing and show the level of respect to all fighters. You feel me? And that's what people is not looking at. Y'all looking at like, oh, this nigga, like you're not an entity who put on fights. You're not a promotional company. You're a magazine company. That's what people need to understand because y'all got the game fucked up and confused. Because you see a Riyadh season logo in a ring doesn't mean that it's a Riyadh season card. No, Riyadh paid so the shit can be sponsored. You feel me? If you know anything, if you're a content creator, you know about sponsors. A person going to sponsor you, paid promotion. I mean, like, all right, I get a Bluntville or something. Yo, I got these combs, I got these Bluntvilles. They paying me for that. Even if I throw on a show, let's say I throw on a boxing event, they're going to pay me to put their logo on the ring. They're going to pay me to put their logo on my pants, on my trunks, on my robe, etc. You know what I mean? You let you people tell it that don't know shit, this is what they do. This is what people do. And I be disliking that shit, man. I'm gonna be real. I be disliking that shit, and I got to figure out and learn the way how I can send this link out so other people can come on the live. Because I put the link in the chat, and it's like I don't know what the fuck going on. But yes, if it's on Instagram, I don't know. I got a new channel out on Instagram, like for this boxing shit. It got the fighter coming out like this. If you look at my last show yesterday, they got that thumbnail on there. So I'm gonna try to make that more presentable to people. But yeah, man, like I got David Benavidez knocking out Anthony Yard. But Anthony Yard has the puncher chance. We seen David Benavidez been floored 2 times. He touched the canvas 2 times in 2 different fights. But he never was hurt. He never was hurt. And the guy that dropped him, you seen he fought the guy 2 times, and the second time he fought him, demolished it. But David Benavidez is about to go on his European tour right now. So if you think David Benavidez is going to fight any American or any Mexican anytime soon, that's out of the plan. I mean, after Yard, you will see Bittervy. At the Bittervy, we will see Bivol, or it might be Yard, Sordo Ramirez, Bittervy. I don't know how it go, but I'm gonna keep it real. Bittervy and Bivol, that rematch need to happen. That trilogy need to happen, and it ain't gonna be for all the marbles. It's 3 titles you got. That trilogy has to happen. I'm just saying though, because right now Benavidez is a unified champion. He has the WBA and the WBC. But people, oh, he got nigga. The regular is the you the champ. You only be elevated to super is like a franchise champion. You feel me? That's all the super is. You dig me? Just saying though, you know anything about boxing, you gotta critique it right. Because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't know nothing. They just try to reach in a cookie jar where ain't no cookies in it. You dumb motherfucker. You see the glass jar, it ain't no cookies, but you still gonna reach it. Think you gonna pull that motherfucker? Remember the wish sandwiches back in the day? You got a wish sandwich. You got no food in the crib, so you gotta put sugar on bread or mayonnaise on bread. Think you got a whole motherfucking turkey and cheese sandwich? Man, come on, man. Are you putting motherfucking water in on your King vitamins? Thinking it's milk, nigga? Man, come on, man. Niggas don't remember those days. Niggas don't remember you had to run down 3 houses down just to ask, can you borrow some sugar? Everything was family orientated. Everything was love. You disrespect a person around the way and whoop your ass and take it to your parents, then your parents will whoop your ass. It was real love back then, man. They don't got that shit now. Right now, it's just too much hate in every household, you know? You just see the hate in it. You just see the hate. I mean, you got motherfuckers that they don't know shit about shit and they just hating, just making shit up, making false shit up. So you gotta, like, I always tell my son this, and when I interview my son, he's gonna tell you, he's gonna say, my dad always said, when the person training you, whatever they doing, look at the definition. Like, let's say a person teaching you cardio, you still going to see the defamation, but at the end of the day, you want to see how winded that person is. So if you go play basketball with a motherfucker and the nigga, you there for 3 hours and the nigga been on the court all 3 hours playing, oh, I need him. You feel me? The nigga ain't drink no water, he ain't do none of that shit. That nigga still on the court playing. Never sat down, never got tired. That's how us 80 babies, that's how we were. You got to remember, all of the crack babies was started born in the 90s. When crack came, it was in the 80s, but you got to carry the baby 9-10 months. So going into the 90s, that's when all the crack babies was born. Motherfuckers forget. These people they're going to tell you something different. I'm just saying, I'm 41 years old. I seen shit. Know what I mean? Seen the 80s, seen the 90s, the 2000s, to this fucked up shit. Know what I mean? I'm just saying. I seen boxers fighting in a true weight class. They walk around weight. To now, a nigga that's 200 pounds, he want to squeeze down to 135 and start bitching about some rehydration clause when every body sanction in every division has a 10%, 12%, 15%, and 21% rehydration clause. How the fuck you don't know that? I'm just saying though, man. Yeah, them niggas working in the background. Yeah, all true shit. I'm just saying though. I just be hating when niggas be making up false shit, man, and be trying to dress shit up like it's cute, and it be false, man. Like y'all creating narratives, and you got people running around speaking some dumbass shit that they don't know. Then half of these people get in an argument with people and get into fights because they believe, oh, Mike Coppinger said it. Who the fuck is Mike Coppinger? Nobody. That nigga never went in the ring and had a fight. He don't know shit about boxing. Ask him, did he read the amateur book, the rules, but he don't know shit. When you watch Max Kellerman critiquing boxing was always wrong. Then went on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith had to get him the fuck up out of here because he ain't know shit. Don't know nothing. Like, come on, man. To critique the sport, you got to at least play the sport and know the game. You can't critique a sport and you never play that sport. That's the dumbest shit in the world. How are you critiquing boxing boxing, but you gotta like shout out to Showbiz. But how are you critiquing boxing, throwing punches like that? You lifting your feet up off the ground, bro. You gonna get knocked the fuck out by a little motherfucker like me. And like when Mad Jamal came, I watched all of these court. He got an irky jerky style. No, the fuck he done. All you gotta do is angle him to death, sidestep all day. Uppercut, hook, overhand is gonna put him down all day. And always stay behind that motherfucking jab. Always stay behind that jab. Because the jab means a lot. The jab means something when you work behind that stake. Shout out to Adam Azim, right? That ball came out. That nigga threw over 100 jabs the first round. He probably threw 1,000 jabs that fight. Because he kept the basic. Everything behind the stick. You know, people was like, well, you know, Scobie took the dive. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Scobie couldn't like even if he came in there to take the dive, it doesn't fucking matter. Like he must be a dumb dickhead to go in there and try and take a dive, whatever particular money. But bro, that kid jab was amazing. Then following up, going right to the fucking body was amazing. Upstairs, downstairs with the jab all day, come across that body work. It was doing damage to him. You know, that was all about Matias getting a knockout when he fight Dalton Smith, because word is Dalton and Adam Azim, you know, is in works to fight each other. You know, but Matias got stopped at. You know, which he can. Shout out to Pitbull Crew and Lamont Roach coming up. Yo, that whole card. Shout out to Stephen Fulton, Oshaki Foster, one of the biggest fights in boxing this year. It's a big fight, especially at 130. In that division, even in the from the 126, 130, 135 division, Oshaki Foster, Stephen Fulton Foster is the biggest fight in those three divisions right now. Why? And the reason I say that, because the winner out of that, he can move back down to 126, he can move up to 135, or he can stay at 130. You feel me? I'm just saying though, man. It's levels, and Oshaki is not a pushover. You know, Fulton resume is heavy, but this victory right here will cement and solidify his stature in the game and in the Hall of Fame. And in the Hall of Fame, just by his record. Now, I mean, his resume, his record, the people he fought, you know, even learning the lesson from the Inoue fight. You know, the only, besides, right now, the only fighter that's active who's defending his undisputed status. That's why you got to rank him number one and high. We understand what Bud did, but Bud never defended his undisputed status. He become undisputed and vacate. So that shit make you look at like, oh, this shit rigged. Y'all trying to make somebody better than Floyd. All right, since we can't make you a pay-per-view star, we're going to give you the accolades. You know, shit can be dressed up like that. I'm not trying to shit on a person's situation, but shit can be dressed up like that. Floyd Mayweather was 4-time lineal champion. Ring Magazine champion, which is lineal champion. Being a lineal champion makes you undisputed. Y'all know that, right? Becoming the lineal champion makes you undisputed. I'm just saying, y'all. But y'all talking about the belt era, a person capturing the title. Okay. But when you look at Crawford, he don't respect rehydrate. I mean, he don't respect rematch clause. He don't respect it. So when Boots Ennis, Brian Norman Jr., and Mario Barrios became email champions, it was because Crawford, they wanted to fight his mandatory. Because he like, damn, Boots my mandatory again. Fuck. The kid that beat me up in sparring my mandatory for the WBO. Fuck. Stanionis, he's there. He's the real WBA champion. And I got Mario Barrios, the easy route. Or I could take Virgil Ortiz, who's always sick. But he'll come down and fight a 140 Maurice Hooker at 147. But won't fight Stanionis, the nigga he ducked 3 times. Just saying though, y'all. Y'all can go back and look this shit up. Virgil ducked Stanionis. 3 times he was sick. The first time, Stanionis' hands was hurt. The fight was supposed to happen 4 times. The first time it was Stanionis' injury. The third time it was all Virgil. But he come back. Instead of fighting Stanionis, you came back to fight who? Exactly, Maurice Hooker. But this where the sick shit came from, right? So when Stanionis got injured with the hand, Boot's like, come on, we can fight. We can fight now. Man, you was supposed to fight, but you run the Stanionis. Now, since Stanionis' hand hurt, fight me. What word you do? That nigga got sick. On everything, nigga. On the most high, nigga, that nigga got sick. Sit your nut ass down, Virgil. Come here. Ho, 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 nigga. Sit your dumb ass down, boy. The fuck wrong with you, man? But like I say, biased commentary tell you some other shit. Oh, Virgil don't need a fight, huh? Nigga, Earl Spence been out of commission going on 3 years, nigga. We don't want to see Earl Spence can go fight Jose Benavidez. Earl Spence can go fight Tim Zoo. Earl Spence can go fight Brian Mendoza. Earl Spence can go fight him and Charlo. They been out the ring and fight Charlo. We don't want to see this, nigga. We want to see Boots and Virgil. We've been wanting to see this shit since 2021, nigga. And that man went to your hometown and told you, I'm gonna make all you motherfuckers pay. I'm gonna make you pay for all of this shit they talking. I'm gonna make you pay. And y'all face to face, you looking up at the nigga. Damn, this. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man. My phone keep ringing, man. I'm gonna start doing this shit on my laptop. I won't have to deal with, these interruptions, man. I just don't be liking interruptions, but shout out to episode 25. Great episode. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Hit that subscribe button. You know, shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Shout out my guy Fast Life. Shout out my guy Kendrell. You feel me? It's only right, man. The love is here. Shout out my guy Santos Boxing. Go to Santos Boxing, subscribe. Go to Fast Life 35, subscribe. Go to my guy Kendrell 9048. Go subscribe. Shout out my guy H Money. Shout out my nigga Low Nose Boxing. My broski Santos Boxing. So we go over there, follow him, y'all, so we can bring you the third show that we present. Episode 2 of Facts versus Opinions will be out. I'm doing it every week. I'm gonna do it every week. Might do it Sunday when I come back off my pass. But I'm gonna do it every week. And I promise y'all, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna always bring you the facts, man. I'm not gonna bring you no opinion. I'm gonna bring you the facts, and I want you to know what you feel and what you think is your facts. It's not an opinion. It's your facts because you saw what you saw. You understand me? Even if you heard what you heard, only you know. But besides that, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Share this shit. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on YouTube. All Facts, No Opinion Sport Podcast. My other channel, Louie, LOUIE 13 ONE3. You understand me? If you want the fire music, hot music for myself, I'm about to upload my beats on there too. Go to Santos Boxing. My guy thumbnail, you're gonna see him like he's standing up 2 cars smoking a blunt. Go follow my guy Santos Boxing. Go follow my guy Low Nose Boxing. Fast Life 35. Kendrell H Money. You feel me? Go follow the team, man. It's the mob, baby. But at the end of the day, I'm up out of here. And Orthodox TV, go listen. The hottest up and coming fighter coming out of Philadelphia, Naim De Jesus. Go subscribe on YouTube. On Instagram, 95 Naim underscore. Facebook, look up Naim De Jesus from Philadelphia. My guy, Unstoppable Gomes, Killer Gomes, Roberto Raul Rivera Gomes, December 13th. Crown Royale. Shout out to Box Lad. Go listen. Go on Instagram right now, Unstoppable Gomes. Go follow my guy. I promise you, this kid, the future, a 126, 130, my nigga is coming. Unstoppable. There's an unstoppable force coming. There's a killer on the loose. And